anyone learning information, because information is essentially there's a lot of it. So in order to make sense of any information that's in long form, it's best to organize it first, because once the information is organized, then it's easier to understand. So you're on the process to organizing, you're taking down those notes, you're just not going back and reviewing. So what I suggest is you can actually get those notes and you can add them to what's called a mind map. Excuse me. Have you done mind mapping before?
No, but I think I saw one of your videos. Is it X map or something like that, or X mind, something
Yep.
like that? I
X
saw the video
mind.
on that.
Yep.
That's all I know of it. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So that's what I'd suggest is, getting one of those free mind mapping software. And essentially how it works is that you've got a central topic. So it could be the book name, and then you can go chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, 4, and so on. And then
Mhm.
underneath those chapters, you might have other headings as well. So you add them in, and then as you're listening, and taking notes, you add those notes that you add underneath the lower branches in the
I see.
mind map. So what will happen, once you've essentially finished the book and you've got all those notes on the mind map, you'll see those notes organized on the branches.
Mm.
So that means that once you take a good grasp, a good look at that mind map and say, okay, this was chapter 1, 2, 3, you'll start to understand. You'll get a better comprehension because you're seeing where everything fits on the mind map. Whereas if it's notes in a notepad, right, something on page 10 might link to something on page 15. Something on page
Yeah.
25 might link to something on page 1. You can't see the links. Whereas a mind map,
Yep.
you could see all the links. So this is a very basic thing to do with information. Once you start adding those bits in, then it's not necessarily you're going to remember. It's more you're going to understand where everything fits. If you want
Mm.
to remember certain things like names, dates, facts and figures, all of that stuff, that's when you need actual memory techniques to remember from the mind map. So that's
Got
what
it.
I'd suggest. Yeah. So
Okay.
mind mapping, definitely look at that. It's not too difficult, to be honest. Like I said, all you have to do is make that skeleton of the information that you've got, and then add the notes in the organized fashion. And you'd be surprised. Like I used to do this in the workshops I used to run, and one day I gave a book on Japanese to a client of mine who English was his second language, right?
Hmm.
He's Turkish, and I gave him a book on Japanese, and I said, okay, I want you to mind map a whole chapter, not even read it. I just want you to pick out keywords for like 5 minutes for a whole chapter. So he thought, what the hell's this guy doing? So anyway, we finished that exercise, and after that, because he mind mapped the chapter, he was able to remember what certain words meant, what the chapter was about, and so on. And everyone else in the workshop was going, what just happened? We just understood everything that this guy was saying, in the chapter. So you'd be surprised what you're able to do just by mind mapping information. So
Okay. So
yeah, definitely give that a go.
cool. So there's two, so from what I understand, there's two phases. One of them, the first step would be mind mapping, and then applying memory techniques for the specific details. Correct.
Yeah, and there's
Okay.
techniques. Again, we're talking about a lot of techniques here. So if there's information that you have to remember sequentially, right? If
Hmm.
there's more than say 20 items to remember, then a memory palace comes in handy. Right?
I see.
If it's less than say 20 items, then just simply making a story connecting one thing to another, which is called linking and association. That's just as good as any technique, because what you're doing there is building a strong connection of things. So, for example, if I've got say a few items, say let's say mobile phone, I've got a glass of water, and I might have I've got a box here. I don't know what's in it. I haven't opened it yet, but there's a
Hmm.
box. So all I'm going to do is, and you probably know what the linking works like. I throw my mobile phone, hits a glass of water, it breaks, and it lands on this box that maybe is electrical. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to check inside this box. Okay, it's like antibacterial wipes in there. Cool. So that's how the system works, right? So I just made
Okay.
three connections there. And if you've got list of 10 things, it's easy to connect those. And once you've applied that throughout your whole mind map, you've essentially memorized, a lot of it as well. You don't have to memorize your whole mind map, only memorize the
Hmm.
bits that you need. And I think that's where people get mixed up is they say, oh, I just want to remember everything from the book. No, you generally understand what's in the book. You just want trigger points that help you get that understanding. So that's where the memory techniques can come in very handy as well. Like certain names, we'll take Mark, for example, right? Maybe it's a check mark that you're trying to remember, right? So, and he's,
Yep.
his photos like this is really cool. He's a cool dude. I know Mark, right? So, he's maybe his hand is like a check mark, it's got that little check there. So that's how I remember his face. So it's just by
I'm always happy to be someone useful in somebody's memory technique.
that's it, man. That's it. I knew you'd come in handy, but yeah. So we're just using the check mark figure there. So that's the association. So to remember names, it's actually very simple. The difficulty with names is that it's very abstract, right? Your name, Ratana Pins. It's very difficult, right, for someone looking at it.
Yeah.
Maybe not for you, obviously, but
Yeah.
to remember it, you can essentially break it down as well. Like you've got rat there, right? You got Anna, you got Pinta, right? So maybe I'm giving a rat to Anna. I thought of Anna Kournikova, the tennis player. Don't know why, but giving her a rat in her little Pinta, like those little cars, right? So that's what I
Hmm.
visualize very quickly. Now, obviously, someone else is going to take a longer time making up those associations. But that's how you essentially look at the names as well. So when you're going through your mind map of information, do your linking, do your bits of notes onto the branches. And then also, if there's any facts, figures, just make the associations, and everything will be a lot stronger from there as
Got
well.
it.